I got the 4-pack of these guys from the movie, Sonic 3 movie. So we'll open up, check them out. Interestingly, these have like a Try Me feature, but mine was packed up and the Try Me tabs weren't even ever pulled out. So we got some fresh batteries in these because on the back we can see Knuckles and Tails are just regular figures, but then Sonic and Shadow are going to be light-up figures. I didn't even really know that before ordering this. I just thought it was a good looking 4-pack of figures. Big size and like a lot of articulation behind them. Typically I just open and show older toys here, but since I did always play the old games on Sega Genesis back in the day, I thought I'd open this up and take a nice close look at them. So there's that Try Me tab pulled out. That just separates the battery to keep it from draining on the store shelves. So nice packaging with everybody on it and everything, but we gotta dump that out. Apparently we need an instruction manual on pressing one button on the figure. Is this all necessary? These have the world's supply of straps in there, so be very careful opening this up. I guess we'll start with Sonic and then kind of use his articulation basis to go by the other one so we don't have to go through every little thing. The head just turning, I'm imagining because he has electronics in him because he does have the button. The arms, he's got a little ball joint there and I don't know how you would actually turn it after that ball joint, but you could. It's not easy to get a hold of because these skinny little arms. It is kind of hard to utilize some of this articulation on here. The wrist turn, and then I didn't realize they actually have opening grip. Which just makes me kind of sit and wonder, like, they didn't come with any accessories like rings or anything. So it's like, that's cool, but nothing to hold with them. The body just going to be solid. Again, he's an electronic one, so we'll see about the others. But the legs, you can see the not quite ball joint, but does give the range of motion there. And it turns on that spot as well. Knee. Then the foot doesn't seem to turn, we just have to turn the leg a little bit. Then the foot going up and down, but just a little bit. Pegs on the bottom we need. So there's some good texture on the shoes. But again, I kind of hate opening movie action figures before I see the movie because, I can't really tell you how accurate this is to the film because we haven't seen the exact Sonic 3 movie yet. But he has the movie likeness in the face, and he has those eyes that like the Mario movie figures had with like just this kind of clear plastic for the eyes to give like depth, which is kind of a cool effect for the movie figures. They're inset there, but then you have the layer of kind of, not glass, but clear plastic for it. That does give him a little extra look. We'll go ahead and light him up here with the button. So we'll hit the button and he does just kind of glow blue in the head and the eyes, which might have been part of the deal with the clear and enhanced eye look. And he goes on for quite a while before it shuts down. No sound or anything, just the glow. So something I would have preferred as a kid with some toys if they would have just did their light up effect. So pretty decent fan of that feature for him. Too bad they don't all have that a little bit, but maybe it's a little more special for Sonic and Shadow to do that. So kind of skinny on the limbs, so it's a little awkward with his jumbo head, but actually a lot of motion for these because they are the bigger figures from the movie. We'll take a look at Tails, who has not quite the same articulation. I can see with the arm has just kind of a butterfly thing in there. A little bit different, still has the grip. His head kind of moves up and down a tiny bit because he doesn't have the electronics that the Sonic figure had. Solid little hair. He's got the eyes, of course, too. That does give awesome depth, so I always kind of wondered what that was about. The tails actually have some, it's got like a Y split joint, so you can kind of move around the tails, spin them around different ways, so that's nice for him. A little extra bit, and then this, it does turn all the way around. And tinier legs, so maybe he doesn't quite have the motion. He is missing a little bit of the upper bit there. And then his are very like joint showing because of how tiny they are. Then all of these have like kind of an aggressive looking face, so just like some happy looking look. So I think this is supposed to be probably some kind of battle set. So they are kind of like in combat here. But Tails pretty solid. He has the extra bit for the tails, of course, so that's good for him. Boy, Knuckles is heavy. Look at this head. It's huge, so it doesn't move a whole lot. In fact, I can't really get... I think it does turn, but he has so many spikies here, it doesn't really work. He's got the eyes. He's going to have probably the easier articulation because he's so much bigger. The hands do open up there. Crazy how his movie model just straight up is like pretty much out of the game, straight from the Sega Genesis there. He even actually has some torso bit there that we didn't see in the others. It's a little bit extra there, up and down and moving around all the way. Pretty complete looking shoe colorings. I mean, Sonic and Tails had maybe like some laces or something not quite colored, or just bits here and there. Knuckles might have got the best figure of the set here. We don't know. He's pretty dang solid. But yeah, he's very top heavy, so to pose him, you couldn't really like have him looking up. He just would fall down. That's a lot of plastic in that noggin there. Knuckles is stupid now. Seems like most of his recent iterations has limited mental capabilities. But he has his own TV show, so too bad for you. Greetings, you skipped to the shadow part of the video, didn't you? Did I get anybody with that? We got Shadow, which I can only say so much because I haven't got to see the movie, and I'm kind of an old man, so I'm more with the older Sonic games and kind of the newer stuff with Shadow and stuff. But he's going to have about the same bits as Sonic. We can see the gold rings here that aren't really shiny, they're just kind of yellow painted. On the box art it shows shiny, and it's like, I don't know if those are supposed to be rings or what the deal is, because we haven't seen the dang movie, which is why I don't like to watch reviews of stuff before the movie is out. I don't like to make reviews of stuff if the movie isn't out yet. I know you all are frothing at the mouth to see the stuff and you cannot wait, but just for me it's kind of like, I'd like to see the movie so I can say like the accuracy of different bits and stuff. But his shoes even have coloring on the bottom, so they look like they got pretty well done. All things considered here, that I haven't got to see the official movie look or anything. So we will light him up with his button when he has red lights inside. So it's probably going to do the same as Sonic, where there's no sound, he just goes for a while. Would be fun to play around, although when I was just like holding these, I was hitting the button on accident, because it's right on the chest. Again, on Sonic and Shadow, there's just a compartment in the back that you can replace the batteries. AG3 batteries or LO41, they have different names, like it's all the same stuff. It takes 3. So typically I am collecting older action figures and things here to show. Did always play the games, and I kind of have ulterior motives for getting these guys, so not much to say for Shadow, except there he is, and that's what he looks like, because that's all we can really say, because we ain't seen the movie. Because this isn't about the games that he would be from, this is a whole different version that probably has different story and capabilities in some regard. Same with the other characters too, so these are just kind of their own version. They can't just like collect these as like my video game versions of them, because these are the movie versions specifically. But I like their big size, this kind of like above and beyond articulation just for this like retail set. And then the light up feature was just a bonus that Sonic and Shadow had that. It's incorporated a lot better in Shadow's head, that you don't really see the light bits showing up as much. But Sonic, he has these clear, like, dark spots that are obviously the light spots, so he's doesn't look quite as cool just plain like this. But when he lights up, he does look pretty awesome, just like the movie. If you like Sonic from playing it back in the 90s, I like to open and show a lot of 90s action figures and toys here. You can get subscribed if that's the kind of stuff you want. Typically, I'm not going to be opening and showing new merchandise of things, but since these do have kind of a retro connection, I kind of wanted to check them out and take a look at them, and I thought you might want to see them too.